Oh man! Oh man! I should have read the second book first. Oh, okay. Oh, this is embarrassing now. Are there any small children? I know my friend's dad is here. He already gave me kind of a thing about the sex scenes. Okay. Oh man.
Is there dialogue we can read it together?
Oh, you stepped in it. You have to do a southern accent.
I'll do my very best.
You're Frank.
Give me a little. Can you do fake Southern for me for a little bit, just so I can hear it in my ears?
It's more, not even just like, okay.
Just a little bit of a drawl.
Yeah, just a drawl.
Drawl.
Like a little lightning, kind of,
I can fake a little bit of a drawl.
I'm nervous now. I wasn't nervous. So we had to leave the dirty bit. It's going to be as dirty as mine. Yours is just like good. Like loop strings and. Okay. So I'm not even going to give you any lead up. I'm just going to jump right in. I guess I should say that she's Death's daughter, and this dude has been sort of like in her periphery, and he's been sort of chasing her a little bit. His name is Frank, and he's got a southern drawl. He's got a cowboy hat, and there's naughty things. Okay. Wait. Okay. So 2:14. Okay. So you start with "Don't worry."
Don't worry, a male voice whispered back. You knew that.
I feel like we should be doing Islands in the Stream or something. Okay, I'll do the bit in between.
Okay. Don't worry.
A male voice whispered in my ear.
I've got you, little one. You won't fall.
Anyway, I breathed a sigh of relief when I realized my attacker wasn't the ender of death. But then I remembered that Frank. I'm podcasting this. And then Frank, the owner of the southern drawl I just heard, was as much my enemy as Marcel was, so I started kicking. Frank jerked away from me, but he still had hold of my hair, and when he moved, he unwittingly snapped my head back, sending a wave of pain up through my neck into my jaw. Ow! I cried, as Frank pulled me close and wrapped an arm around me. Anyone walking around us would think I'd just gotten woozy, and Frank was the good Samaritan keeping me on my feet.
You don't need to fight me, little lady.
Frank breathed in my ear.
We're on the same side here.
Then why are you kidnapping me? I growled back at him. I got no answer, which left me wondering how long it would take Jarvis to realize I'd disappeared.
Sick lady coming through.
Frank repeated as he duck-walked us back down the stairway, eliciting some nasty comments from the people trying to get up the stairs to make their transfers to other lines. Frank, cowboy hat in hand, ignored the comments, an apologetic smile on his lips. When we got to the bottom of the steps, he made a hard right and dragged me behind the stairwell, which, while not being totally hidden from curious eyes, did afford a bit of privacy. I can't believe we're doing this. I don't know where it's going. Holding tight to my waist, he pushed me up against the wall, pressing his hard-muscled body into mine. I glared at him, but that only seemed to amuse him more.
Calliope Reaper Jones, you are one spitfire of a little lady.
Okay, I'm an actor. He said, grinning at me.
Yes, sirree, real hellion.
And then he leaned in and kissed me. I wish I could say I didn't respond to the kiss, that it made me feel gross and dirty and evil. But the truth was much more confused and complicated. And by complicated, I mean it was electric. When he slid his tongue into my mouth, I felt like a pork loin simmering away on the stove. All warm and mushy. My body melting into him. He grabbed... He grabbed my ass and hauled me up, my legs wrapping around his waist of their own accord. The kiss deepened, his mouth devouring mine, tasting my tongue and nipping at my lips. We fell back against the wall, his crotch hard against the softness between my legs. He pulled at my shirt, snaking his hands past the flimsy material so he could get at my naked flesh, his hands burning me where they touched my skin. But it was the good kind of burn. He slid his hand up my sides, tickling the flesh as he searched for a way to get at my breasts. When his nimble fingers found my bra, he sighed.
Oh, damn, baby, you feel me? Oh, my girlfriend. Oh, damn, baby, you feel nice.
He moaned into my neck as he pulled my right bra cup down. He's naughty. Freeing my aching breast, the nipple already hard and ready.
You're soft as silk, honey. That's a great act. This is a great accent for a sex scene. Boy, I hope my cell phone is going off in my pocket. Otherwise, this got really weird. Oh, you are videoing this. That's not
He moaned. Oh, I already did. Yeah, okay.
I rasped.
I'm so sorry. He rasped, kneading my breast with his hand. He traced his thumb over my nipple again and again, making it stand wantonly. I moaned when he stabbed his crotch vertically into mine. I moaned when he stabbed his crotch furtively into mine. Try whooping me right there. Try humping me right there in the middle of mid-morning commuter traffic. I didn't care that we were on a subway platform doing things to each other's bodies. That should only be attempted in the privacy of one's own bedroom. Because I felt like I was on top of the world. Or at least on top of a very, very sexy hunk of manhood.
Oh, thank you.
I started kissing my neck, sucking on the delicate skin below my ear.
Oh, Kelly, honey.
He mouthed into my neck, then he pulled his head away, smiling up at me as I sat astride him. Oh. Without a word, he released me from his embrace, and my body slid down the length of him. We stood there staring at each other for a full 10 seconds, our eyes locked together like two dogs.
Sorry.
Oh, my nose is running. Oh, we stood there staring at each other for a full 10 seconds, our eyes locked together like two dogs fucking, and he spun me around, slamming me face first into the subway tiled wall. It should have hurt. Scrap that. It did hurt. But I was too overheated to notice or care, especially when he stuck his hands up under my skirt and yanked down my tights. I was still wearing underwear, but it was so thin and filmy that it was like having nothing on at all.
Baby.
He said, as he slipped his fingers underneath the lacy edges of my panties and plunged his fingers inside me. He slid his fingers in and out of me, and I groaned with every thrust, my entire body quivering as he had his way with me. I'm not sure I can do this. Oh my God, I moaned. Straining against him as I unexpectedly climaxed, my legs going all limp and useless underneath me. He caught me in his arms before I could hit the ground.
Good girl.
We have a meeting under the pump. He said, oh, he whispered, kissing my temple before hauling me back onto my feet. I was drunk on sex, dazed and confused, totally out of my gourd. I hadn't done anything so hot and sexy in my entire life. It was like I'd stepped into some soft-core Showtime movie, which had absolutely nothing to do with my real life, and been mistaken for one of the sex extras. It was insanity. I pulled up my tights and readjusted my skirt, but there was nothing I could do to hide the flush of sex that was ripe on my face. I felt giddy with it, wanton and completely satiated. But then a little niggling feeling of guilt crept into my head, buzz-killing my sex high. Daniel, I just cheated on the guy I was supposed to be in love with. Well, at least the guy I thought I was supposed to be in love with.
Wow.
You're a good sport.
You are way better at writing than
The accent, did you hear that? You're gonna be fighting